Why is iron steel industry considered as a formal sector?
It
I
is
need your
registered. It's
yes.
registered with the government, and
Uh,
it produces on a large scale.
Hmm.
And one of the main reasons, mostly the production is for imports as well as domestic use.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. So that so it's good to hear that you that concept is clear in your mind, right? Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, when and where. That is very important thing that we used to study where first separately, right? So here we have to study when also, right? So, iron steel industry in 1973, Pakistan Steel Mill Corporation established with the financial and tactical assistance from USSR, Russia, that is called. That is at Pipri, that is near east of Karachi on Gharo Creek near Port Qasim. That is the first ever Pakistan Steel Mill in Pakistan that was established at Karachi, right? And the another one is uh, as I've mentioned here, the another one is HMC, right? That is heavy mechanical complex. Okay, that is heavy mechanical complex, and it was established at Texla in 1979 with Chinese assistance, right? With the help of China. HMC basically it manufactures equipment for HEP plants, right? Thermal power plants, and wait, some more students are there. Thermal power plants and oil and gas refineries, processing plants, railway equipments, machinery for sugar mills, etc. These all are being manufactured in HMC, right? And the another one is Karachi Shipyard and Engineering Works. It was completed in 1956. It builds and repairs ships for up to 12,000 tons. Again, it is also located at Karachi. The exact location is that is located at the west wharf of Karachi, right? Near to Kimadi. You must have seen that shipyard, right? Shipyard has a large shipbuilding hall, shipbuilding berths, and dry docks, foundries, and it which includes the fabrication and of machines, shops, right? And other supporting facilities are also available there. Okay, these all were the where are these located? The major locations are two only. One is again Karachi, the another one is at Texla, right? And Karachi, one more is also there that is called Pakistan Machine Tool Factory, PMTF, right? That I forgot to mention it here. PMTF, it is also established at Karachi 1968 with the collaboration with a Swiss company, right? PMTF, it manufactures precision machines and tools for engineering industry, transmission components, aluminum pressure die, cast parts, and automobiles parts. These all are being manufactured in PMTF. I am again repeating the full form of PMTF, that is Pakistan Machine Tool Factory. Now let's proceed. So that was all about where, when, and where. Okay. Now let's talk about the factors, right? Factors affecting on the location of, sorry, it is written cement industry. It is basically iron steel industry, right? And some of the factors definitely those are same for cement industry also. So number one is site or land, right? As you can see, it is mentioned here. Site or land, if we talk about Karachi, specifically where it is located, so right now, right? And for this, I'm going to give you the reference also, that is figure 9.18, given page number 160. I'm repeating again, figure 9.18, figure 160, which shows the Pipri site of Pakistan Steel Mill, right? And so why is that site considered, beta? Because it has a flat land. Okay, it has a flat, cheap, and unused land was available next to Gharo Creek at Pipri, right? So that is why that land was chosen as for the iron steel industry, right? And the another factor is natural resources and raw material. We'll discuss together. Natural resources that Port Qasim, as you can see in this figure 9.18, it has a natural harbor that facilitates import and export, right? So import of raw material gets easier, right? So that is why the plan was chosen, and that site was chosen, I must say. And the raw material that we will study later in the next upcoming slides, that iron ore, manganese, these are the more, and the coking coal, right? These are the three raw materials that we import, right, through the nearby Port Qasim. Just now we have mentioned that harbor is there, right, which facilitates import and export, right? And then limestone is also needed, that is brought by road from the Murli Hills near Thatta. That, if you remember that when we were doing my mineral resources chapter, we have done one homework. So at that time also we have mentioned, we asked, you all have written the reasons why is that Murli Hills or cement industries are located uh, nearby Karachi and Hyderabad, right? So, and from that Murli Hills, we get limestone for iron steel industry also. And large quantities of water is also required for the processes of in manufacturing of steel. So that is also, it is brought by Lake Haleji, right? That's a salt water from nearby creek is not right. And the nearby creek also, the salty water is located, that is not suitable. So the Lake Haleji is being used as a source of water for iron steel industry for Karachi. Next is capital. Capital, we all know that. If we talk about Pakistan Steel Mill, so that was the financial assistance was provided by USSR, right? And for HMC, the financial assistance was provided by Chinese assistance was there, and PMTF. Just now I said the Swiss company was there, right? So these all the steel mills, they are not established with the help of Pakistan's own domestic financial resources. We did take the other countries to help us in order to establish iron and steel industry for Pakistan, right? Energy and power supply that is needed. Port Qasim and Karachi have the highest electricity generating capacity in the country. Pipri thermal power station produces 21%, and Korangi thermal power station produces 15% of the total thermal energy that is produced, right? And one more we have there, that is CANF, that is Karachi Nuclear Power Plant, that we studied in power resources also. That is also one of the stakeholder which provides electricity or power to Pakistan Steel Mill, right? Karachi Steel Mill, I must say, right? The another factor is the fifth one, that is labor. Skilled and unskilled labor, both type of labors are easily available at Karachi, right? And the another one is market and transport. Okay, these two are different factors. So if we talk about the market, as we know that Karachi is considered as industrial hub, right? So multiple industries are there that use that consume iron steel products, right? And byproducts as well as, and then it also supplies the product that is being supplied to the market of Karachi, that it which includes cold rolled sheets, galvanized sheets, pig iron, coil slabs, coal tar, right? That is used, that is transported in different parts of the country also by road and railway. Railway is being used basically because these are the bulky materials, right? And then half of the steel produced at Pipri is also used, that is used in Punjab also. So we have domestic market available in Pakistan. Then transport, Pipri is connected to, if we talk about Karachi Steel Mill, that is connected to main Karachi Kotri Railways, right? For the transportation of all our products, those are being manufactured in iron steel industry. Then metal roads are also connect this area to the main road system. So Karachi, we all know that Karachi, Texla, and these two areas, they are well connected through road and railway network with the rest of the country. So that is why, and Karachi, one more additive benefit is there, that we have port here, right? So which includes definitely, which highlights the importance of for the location of the iron steel industry at Karachi. Did you understand, or all are sleeping?
We understood.
Good. Okay, let's talk about imports, right? Inputs for iron steel industry. Let's talk about the raw material. Those are mentioned right in front of you, right? That is iron ore, manganese, coking coal. That I just told you, iron ore, manganese, and coking coal we import, right? And then the other than that, we have limestone. That comes from Murli Hills near Thatta, right? And then we have water that comes from Lake Haleji. Okay, the sources you should know, from where do we get that these mineral resources? Like for example, if we talk about limestone and water, so you should know it. So because it when you will be writing the factors, locational factors for iron steel industry, you should know this, right? And then dolomite is also there. And the other inputs that we have discussed multiple times, that is machinery, power supply, labor, land site, market, that just now in the previous slides also we have discussed. These all are the capital is also there. These all are the human inputs. Okay. These are some of the raw materials that, or I must say, the inputs are also included, right? That we use it, and its function is also mentioned there. I got this table, and I like it because that will help you to understand the process, which includes in the manufacturing of iron and steel in iron steel industry, right? Let's go through one by one. Number one is iron ore, right? Okay, iron ore, which contains iron, right? From that only we get pure iron, that is called pig iron also, or molten iron also it is called, which is a compound that contains iron, right? Then another one is coke, which contains carbon, right? It burns in air to produce heat and reacts to form carbon monoxide, which is needed to reduce the iron oxide, right? And then carbon monoxide again, it is used in different industries also, right? And the limestone, calcium carbonate, right? It helps to remove acidic impurities from the iron by reacting with them to form molten slag. Okay, here I will tell you what is slag, because that word was used for by Miss Fauzi also. Slag is basically, those are impurities, those float on the top of the hot metal. When we make hot metal, iron metal, right? So the impurities, those float on the top of that hot metal, that is called slag. And that slag is used in different construction industry for the making of roads, for different construction industry that is used, right? So that is why slag is considered as a byproduct, right, for iron steel industry. Then air, the oxygen. We will study the manufacturing of iron through oxygen by oxygen, where the oxygen is being used, right? That is the very main process which includes, right? It allows the coke to burn and so produces heat, right? Okay. When I will teach process, then it will be very much clear in your mind. Okay. Now, what happens? Let me show you first this, right? That is basically beta blast furnace. That is the most important, I must say, industrial unit. I would say, where which includes where the main process takes place of iron, right? In iron steel industry, right? To make iron in iron steel industry, right? Okay. Now let's talk about the process. In the first step of iron making process, the raw materials, right? That is iron ore, coke, and limestone. They are being melted in a blast furnace to get hot metal, right? That hot metal, you can say molten iron also, right? From that hot metal, just now I mentioned about slag. Slag is it comes, right? That is, those are the impurities on the top of that hot metal that is removed and sent to the different industries for different purposes, right? As a byproduct. Then second process is, the second stage or second step is at high temperature. The temperature is extremely high temperature is needed here in order to manufacture iron from iron ore, right? And different raw materials. At high temperature, oxygen is blown through the metal, which reduces the carbon content, right? And the last process is casting. It's not the last process, the casting is done. What is casting? Basically, it is a manufacturing process in which a liquid metal is poured into molds to solidify. If you remember, in last Saturday's class, Miss Fauziya she had shown you the different pictures. Sorry, I did not mention all the pictures here in my slides. pictures of different products those are being made by iron steel industry. Like what were those output? Basically, those are rolled sheets, cast billets, galvanized products,
Miss,
raw
I have a
steel.
question.
Yes, beta.
Why is reducing the carbon content important?
But I think we should not go in that detail of that process. That is only enough. Carbon content, why is it needed to reduce it, right? To make it more purified, in a more purified form, I must say, right? Otherwise, you have to search about it. I'm not sure about it, right?
Oh,
Miss,
okay, thank you.
I'm
could
sorry.
you
If I'll get to know, I will definitely share with you all, right?
could you
Uh,
please repeat what casting was? I got cut
Casting
off
is
between.
basically it's a process, manufacturing process in which a liquid metal that is being formed here, right? In first two stages, right? That liquid metal, it's just a molding process, right? That
Okay.
is being poured in different molds based on the demand, right? Whether you need rolled sheets, whether you need raw steel, whether you need pig iron or sorry cast billets and galvanized products. Based on that need basis, that is being poured in different molds, right?
Okay.
Because somewhere we need rods of iron rods, right? Pictures were shown in the previous Saturday class, right? So in that scenario, the molds would be different. If you need cast billets, the mold of those cast billets would be different. These are all the products of iron steel industry only due to the shape and the size and the and wherever they are required, in whichever industry, whichever sector they are required, the names are different. Am I clear to you?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now, when these all that all is solidified, right? Because the in why do we mold? Why do we shift in different molds to get it solidified? Isn't it? Right? When they're solidified, the temperature will come down. They will get solidified. So the in some of the products, the galvanization process is done. What is galvanization, beta? Because that is also one of the product output of iron steel product that is called galvanized product. In galvanization, beta, in this process, a protective zinc coating, ZINC, zinc coating is applied to steel or iron to prevent rusting. That process is called galvanization. Am I clear to you what is galvanization? Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
miss.
Right? Okay. So casting, galvanization, these are the two things. Those are done at the end. Then again, definitely, uh, transportation is done. Okay. What are the outputs? These all are the outputs: billets, hot rolled products, cold rolled products, galvanized products, and then checkered plates and formed sections, pig iron and coke. What did I do? I have mentioned here their uses also, right? So it will be easy for you to connect. No need to learn all, only few you should know, one or two uses you should know. For example, if we talk about billets, why do we need billets, right? Uh, it is produced to tight tolerance, high surface finish, and superior quality in the shape of steel bars or rods. Billets are the long bars or rods, right? Where are they used for? Used for plain and twisted bars, rail track. Have you seen rail tracks? जो साइड पे होते हैं,
Yes.
those are basically billets, right? Wire rods, machine components, right? And then the pipes, right? These all are being used, billets are being used there. The another one is hot and cold rolled products, right? They are used for pipes, tanks, floating structures, and wheel and rims. That is the use of this whole roll hot and cold rolled products. Then the another one is galvanized products. They're used in automobiles, roofing, shuttering, paneling, basically in construction uh, industry that is used more. Then we have pig iron that is used in mainly used to produce steel. Two types are there because pig iron is basically pure iron, right? That is in a liquid form, right? Liquid iron, I must say, hot hot molten iron, right? That is used in different foundry for different purposes. Again, for the manufacturing of different iron steel products, right? And the other one is these all are the byproducts. Byproducts are again the coal tar, oxygen and nitrogen. Those are being released, right? Refractory bricks, granulated blast furnace slag. Again, the slag is same, right? The boulder slag, ammonium sulfate. These all are the byproducts. Boulder slag is there also. Okay, I want to one thing I forgot. Okay, here you can see the last part, right? So we have two exits in the blast furnace at the lower part. On the top of it, you will enter all the raw material, right, from here. Then when those raw materials, they go inside due to hot, very high temperature, right? More than 4,000 degrees Celsius, right? They
Miss,
get
can you show
burned.
the last slide, please, for a second? The byproducts one.
Wait, first let me this explain this. So
Okay.
these two exit points are there. From one point you get pig iron there, hot molten iron there that you get extracted. From the other one you get the slag there, right? So that slag it gets exited, right? Then it is transported to different industry for, as I told you, for making of roads and all, right? And for the another exit you can get the what, molten iron. Okay, you were asking for the byproducts, right? These are the byproducts. Only you should know the names. That's it, right?
Miss, how come slag can be used as a byproduct in different industries to make roads? Like
Yes,
slag is directly on the top of the hot metal, so how can it be used as a byproduct in construction industry?
slag is slag is a byproduct, right? Slag for making roads, for making footpaths, dikes, and all these things. Slag is being used क्योंकि वहाँ पे आपको you don't need a pure form of like we use coal tar also, right? The black that was the picture was shown by Miss Fauzi also. That is also used for making roads. उसके लिए हमें कोई इतनी refined चीज नहीं चाहिए होती है, right? Okay, these are some of the problems. Okay, some of the problems let me discuss. Other than these, the effects on environment, right, of iron steel industry, right? Pollution that is caused by ships for supplying of raw material, right? That definitely they harm aquatic life when we import raw material like iron ore, manganese, and coking coal, right? And then natural reserves, for example, coal, gas, are being exploited. So deforestation also one of the environmental problem that is caused by iron steel industry. And then we are using our freshwater resources from Haleji Lake and from nearby water sources, right? Again, that is the utilization of the water that can be used for any other purpose also. And these are definitely lakes. So if the rain will not be there, so the water, the availability of water will not be there. The different problems are there. Other than those problems that I have mentioned right now in front of your slide, the other problems are import of raw material, right? Like iron ore, which is a burden on economy, Pakistan's economy, because you import these iron, this raw material for iron steel industry in bulk. So it's a huge burden on Pakistan's economy, right? And the workers, they work on low wages, poor working conditions are there, especially if we talk about Karachi steel mill. The conditions are very working conditions are not good, because that is one of those industries where the measures should be taken on strictly basis, because the that is highly risk for the workers, right? That's a risk on their life. So, and pollution again, air and water pollution, the other threats and problems that I have mentioned here, the outdated plants, right? It means the maintenance is not being done for a longer time period. So that is why they are again the hazardous, not only for the products, those are being made from that industry, other than that, for the workers those are working there. Then number of operational manufactured process units, they are decreased, right? As it was mentioned by Ms. Fauziya, due to it was nationalized and all. So definitely हमारे मुल्क के अंदर क्या है कि when the any company, any industry, any like we can give example of other industry also, जब वो nationalize हो जाती है तो फिर उनके हालात खराब हो जाते हैं, right? क्योंकि the proper capital is not being invested, corruption is there, especially corruption for in Pakistan, right? And अगर हम बात करें इसकी कराची स्टील मिल की, the other problems those are very important to discuss here, that why the output has been decreased, why the performance and the output have declined in last few years, that it is leading to enormous financial loss and deficit, right? So the main factors were overstaffing on political grounds, right?
Your voice has
Mismanagement.
decreased due to some issue. I don't know.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was saying, beta, the performance and output have declined in last few years by Pakistan steel mills, uh, um, which leads to enormous financial loss and deficit. Right? What were the factors behind it? Overstaffing on political grounds. Right? Mismanagement, corruption. Right? Privatization has been considered but not accepted as remedial measures. Right? So these all were the reasons. अगर कोई चीज privatized हो जाती है, Zainab Sheikh is now she's coming. Okay. If the things are nationalized, again मैं कह रही थी कि इसका हमारे मुल्क में क्या है कि हमारे मुल्क में due to inconsistent government policies that affects a lot of major industrial units, right? Because the government, when the new government comes, they change their policy, which affects definitely the uh, or the government should face the economic loss. Oh my goodness, the meeting is going to end. Let me quickly finish. Law and order situation, one of the reasons. Tax system. Then again, no training and research plans are there. Plans for the workers to go for the new techniques modernization process. They don't go for it, right? Only one world standard facility for steel production is there that has been used for so many years, right? So they have to definitely upgrade their system. Okay, I will share these links on GCR, right? Because these, when you'll watch these videos, right, the complete process of iron steel making would be cleared in your mind, right? The first video, the first link that is there, the definitely example is not from Pakistan, but the process would be same for the all types of iron steel industry, right? Any questions so far you can ask? Am I audible to everyone?
Miss, I wanted to ask where is PMTF
Mm.
located?
PMTF is in Karachi, established at Karachi in 1968 with the collaboration of Swiss company, and which manufactures, again I will tell you, precision machines, tools for engineering industry, transmission components, aluminum pressure die cast parts, and automobiles parts, right? Anything else you need to ask, beta? Is it understood or not? That is my major concern. Did you
Yes, miss.
understand?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
in today's next block, inshallah, I'll teach tourism, right?
Miss, could you also tell again what does HMC does?
HMC is basically heavy mechanical industry located at Texla, right? And again, it was established with the collaboration financial assistance by China, right? It manufactures equipment for HEP plants, thermal power plants, oil and gas processing plants, railway equipments, machinery for sugar mills, etc. And for medical equipments also, those are being manufactured here. Anything else? Okay, the ones those are not part of this class, I am not going to, first they are marked absent, right? And secondly, I'm not going to teach this topic again. I'm so sorry because this is highly disappointing for me that I am there for you people on your request to teach this topic again, and you people are not here. All of you are not here. Okay, let me, any other question? If you have any other questions, so it's okay. Otherwise, let me end this meeting so you can get ready for the next block. And I hope you have made notes and the doubts are clear. The most important thing, your doubts should be cleared. And as we got a chance for these online classes, right, beta? So I will do one thing.